Listen, I want to tell you that the person who invited you tonight, they entrusted you in my care. And I promise you, I'm going to do a really good job making sure you understand exactly what it is that they are excited about. And so we are almost done. We're waiting on this bar to get all the way where it needs to go.
Listen.
And yes, we made it. So let's go ahead and let's dig in. Listen, my name is Demita McGee, you guys. I'm a Christian women's business coach. I'm an author and I'm a speaker by day. That is exactly what I do. And I'm so grateful because of this concept. It has done something significant for my family, And so I'm going to ask you exactly what the person who invited you, what they want to ask you if they haven't. So I'm going to start with that. My mentor asked me, Demita, are you married to what it is that you are doing right now? And the answer was no. And so I want to ask you the same question, or I want to let you know this. If you are not married to what you are doing right now, guess what? You are in the right Zoom room. You are watching the right recording. Why? Because I'm about to show you how some ordinary people are doing extraordinary things. And this is the amazing part about it. They are open and willing to show you how to do step by step what they have done if you are open to spending the time to learn how to do it. If you will sit in front of your computer, if you will sit in front of a mobile device, telephone, iPad, whatever you choose, and take those steps, you can actually have what they have. But you got to take the steps. And so tonight, I'm going to show you why the person who invited you to see this, let me tell you, they are a walking blessing. So you may think that you are doing them a favor. You may think that, yes, I said yes to them. But by the time we are done, you are going to be so grateful you accepted their invitation tonight, because they are going to show you what they are learning. They are learning how to make, manage, multiply, and diversify their income, their revenue, and their wealth in this concept that I'm going to share with you right now. Listen, the name of our company, you guys, is called I Am Mastery Academy. And we are the premier digital education company. And when I say premier, I mean absolutely that, the premier digital education company. And so what they're learning, which is how to make, manage, multiply, and diversify their revenue, their income, and their wealth, is exactly what they're exposing you to through I Am Mastery Academy. So let's dig into how we do it, what we do, and why we do it in the first place. First things first, listen. What you are looking at right now is called the cash flow quadrant. So Robert Kiyosaki is an international best-selling author. He wrote this book, y'all, called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. The subtitle of the book is what really hit me. In the subtitle, it says, what rich people teach their children that the poor and the middle class do not. Now, I knew I wasn't part of that rich community. I knew this. And I knew he was onto something because, see, I understood that there were families that were rich and there were families that were not. See, I knew I was either in that poor or in that middle class. And if they taught their family something different than we learned, obviously I needed to learn that. In that book, he talks about a couple things. And one of them is this, what you're looking at right now. This beautiful pie chart breaks down one of the simplest concepts, and that is how we bring money into our home. We do it one of four ways. This is called the cash flow quadrant. All right. So money flows into our home. The overwhelming majority of people, this is how money flows in their home. They work for themselves. They work for someone else. I told you I'm a Christian women's business coach. What does that mean? That means that if we need more income or more money in our house, I need to go get some more clients, right? My husband, you guys, he has worked for the post office for over 27 years. If we need more money, what does he do? He goes and he works overtime. But I want you to notice what we have to do. That means that we physically have to do more work. That's what 95% of the population does. But this is what's astounding, is that although 95% of us do that, we only hold 5% of the wealth. 5. That is insanely lopsided. Now you'll notice that there are two other small parts on this pie chart. There's the business owner and there's the investor. And together they make up 5% of the population. Check this out. You guys, they hold 95% of the wealth. How do they account for 95% of the wealth? And there's such a small group of people. It's because they do things very different. They're business owners, they're investors. A business owner and a person who works in themselves, y'all, they are not the same. I can tell you, I can vouch for it. Let me tell you why. See, a business owner, they have employees, they have people who work for them. They never even have to show up. never have to show up. Things keep moving because they got systems in place. And guess what happens? Those systems still generate revenue for them. You guys, if I worked for one of those business owners, this is what it would look like. I could outwork them. I could show up 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, if it was even humanly possible, and I would still not out earn them. Right. Then there's the investor. Do you know that there are people who actually live off of the interest from their investments? Now, I can be really honest, open, and transparent. We keep it hot around here and tell you I had no clue that that was even a thing, that people actually live off the interest from their investments. See, what we're going to show you over the next few minutes is how you can switch sides of this cash flow quadrant. And if you are looking at this and you are thinking, Damita, I'm not necessarily married to what I do, but the reality is I kind of like it. My career is going in a good direction. This is what I want to share with you. How you can continue building your career, but how you can build wealth at the same time by introducing elements from the other side of that cash flow quadrant. Now, listen, there's something else that Robert Kiyosaki taught in his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, that is too powerful not to mention. And it really lays the groundwork for exactly what it is we're going to talk about for the next few minutes. And that is this: rich people teach their children the difference between an asset and a liability. Assets, simply defined, puts money in your pocket. Liabilities take money out of your pocket. We'll see what the rich do is they actually put all their money in assets. Why? Because, see, they put enough money in assets, and then in time, those assets start to pay them. But not just that, those assets actually take care of their liabilities and their expenses. You know what the poor and the middle class do? We don't put money in assets. The biggest question you must ask yourself right now is, what's the difference? How do I identify them? And here's how. Does it put money in your pocket or does it take money out? That's the hardest part of building wealth. Figuring out the difference between the two. Does it put money in my pocket? If it puts money in your pocket, my friend, it's an asset. And that's where you need to spend your time and your energy. So let's dig into how we help you with this asset column and build your assets. As a digital education company, we're going to teach you some things, y'all. See, the educational companies you guys are familiar with are called colleges and universities, and they got programs, and those programs are called majors. We got programs. Our programs are called academies. Our academies fall into one of two categories. We're going to show you how to use money and leverage it to create more money for yourself. And then we're also going to show you in our second category how you can use the internet. So let's start with category number one. Now, how do we show you how to use money to create money for yourself? You guys, quite simply, we're going to explain and we're going to teach you in I Am Mastery Academy how to leverage the largest market in the world. No, it's not the stock market. I know. Stock market, most people are familiar with it. They just don't know how to navigate it. I get it. But listen, billions of dollars are moving in the stock market every single day. But in the foreign exchange market, you guys, trillions of dollars are moving there every single day. And if you are anything like me, maybe you don't understand what the Forex market is. I didn't. So I'm going to explain it in a way where it makes sense to me. The Forex market is where all the currency around the globe it moves. See, listen, every type of currency and money you're familiar with, the US dollar, the Mexican peso, the Japanese yen, the Great Britain pound, all the stuff you've heard of, it moves in this market. But you guys, this is the other part. Every type of sexy exotic currency you have never heard of, it moves in this market. And so what we teach you here in I Am Mastery Academy is, while this money is moving, how you can learn how to take advantage of those fluctuations in the marketplace. What fluctuations, you may ask? Let me tell you a good example. Imagine that we decided to go on vacation and we go to Mexico. Now, you and I both know in Mexico, their currency is a peso. And I decide, listen, I want to go ahead and I want to use pesos instead of US dollars while I'm down there. And I go to the currency counter. And for the sake of my example, let's make it really easy. I ask for 1 peso. And the gentleman behind the counter says, okay, it will be 2 US dollars. I give him $2. He gives me 1 peso. We go to the resort. We have a really good time. Y'all, we're having so much fun and such a good time. We never even leave the resort. And I completely forget about that peso in my purse. So after vacation, we're headed back to the airport. And then I remember, I never used this. I think I'm gonna get my money back. So we go back by the currency counter before we get on the plane. And I say, hey, I never used this peso. Can I get my $2 back? And he says, sure. but he gives me 4. Now, the question is, how can he give me $4 if I only gave him $2? This is how. Did you know that the value of money constantly fluctuates, that it is constantly moving? See, we know that is the exchange rate, but what a lot of us did not know is when you understand those fluctuations, you can actually leverage them and use them to make a profit. Never knew that was a thing. That's exactly what we teach you how to do here in I Am Mastery Academy. And now you don't have to go back and forth to Mexico or any other country because of the internet, because of technology. We can take advantage of those fluctuations right from the palm of our hand using a cell phone, y'all. It is that powerful. So let me show you how we do it. We have 3 academies specifically where we show you how to leverage money. The very first one you see on your screen is FRX. The second one you see on your screen is HFX. And the third is DCX. Now I'm going to briefly explain the difference between these 3 before we talk about the second category, which is how we use the internet. Number 1, FRX. That is our Platinum Forex Academy. You guys, this is traditional Forex. Did you know, I didn't, that we actually learn how to analyze the market? That's kind of dope to me because I never knew that that was a thing. So we learn looking at some things. They literally teach us how to see where the market is going. So we can be proactive. We can see the fluctuations in the currencies, and then we can enter a trade. And guess what happens? It's going to take anywhere from 30 minutes to 4 or 5 days in Platinum Forex for that trade to settle and for you to be able to remove your profit from the market. Right? That's one. Then we have high frequency Forex. And this is so cool because listen, this is like Platinum Forex on steroids. Instead of it taking 4 to 5 days, you guys, it takes 3 to 5 minutes. This is time-based trading. You may have heard of binary options. Well, this is binary options for Forex. And so you are in and out of the market quickly. We call it sniping. You get in and you get out. You want to know the magical things about these 2 academies and also our Digital Currency Academy, which I'm going to explain in a moment, is that our educators, which I'm also going to talk about, will teach you exactly how to analyze the market if you want to do that. But we also have these amazing licensed software. And the cool thing about the Platinum Forex Academy, High Frequency Forex Academy, and even Digital Currency is when we talk about those trades, that licensed software will spit those trade signals out for you. And when it does that, you can actually take those trades and execute them. Powerful part of our platform. Now, what's digital currency? Digital currency, have you ever heard of Bitcoin, cryptocurrency? If you're like me, that's all I had heard of. I did not realize that there were thousands with an S, thousands of other cryptocurrencies, you guys. Let me tell you what I did not understand. I didn't understand that there was an evolution of money. See, when I was born, we used bills. We still use bills. We still use coins, even though somehow we're having a shortage of them. When I was born, people wrote checks, right? People used credit cards. But debit cards weren't a thing when I was born. I know I look like I'm in my 20s, but I'm just a little bit older. Debit cards weren't a thing when I was born. But debit cards are a thing now. And this is the other crazy thing about debit cards. They've evolved even more. Now you got debit cards that have chips in them. So what a lot of us did not understand, as in our chat, Jean-Christophe put, what are checks? What a lot of us didn't understand is that money has evolved. And guess what? It's still evolving, which is how we have cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP, all these other digital coins that we've never heard of before. I had a friend of mine say, Damita, I just don't understand it. Is it a coin? Like, how do I get my money out of it? How does it work? It just doesn't make sense to me. And I said, sis, I understand. I get it. Let me put it in perspective like this. My great, great, great grandmother, like 3 greats, my dad and I were having a conversation and we realized we dated it. And we said, she was born in the 1800s. Now I want you to imagine me having a conversation with her today, right? Me from today having a conversation with her from the 1800s and saying, Grandma, Gma, check this out. I'm gonna give you a call on my cell phone. She's gonna get on your what? Wait, your cell phone? Yeah, I'm gonna call you from where I am on my cell phone. What do you mean call me from where you are? Are you saying that You don't have to connect it to the wall. Like, how do you have a phone with no cord? Yes, it's wireless. You know what? Scratch that. I'll just FaceTime you. FaceTime you. Are you saying that you can actually see me on the phone? Like there's some kind of video mechanism where we can talk and we can actually dialogue across the phone and you can see me? Yeah. There's a camera on there. There's this. There's the internet. What's the internet? Can you imagine how ridiculous I would sound to somebody in the 1800s talking about the internet, talking about a wireless phone that works off of cellular towers? Can you even imagine? I sound like an alien with three heads. That's how cryptocurrency feels to a lot of you guys. And I get that. But we all cannot deny that we all have these cell phones, right? They do everything that I said. My great 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 grandmother may not have been able to imagine it was going to happen, but we know that it has. Cryptocurrency is the same thing. All this missing, y'all, all this missing is the education. And that's what we teach you. We got a whole new asset class that you can actually invest in and learn how to grow. Those are our 3 academies that focus exclusively on how you use money to grow your income and grow your money for you. Now, let's dig into this last one because this is how you use the internet. Why the internet? Because it never sleeps, y'all. It's awake 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can actually become your own Amazon store. We teach you the drop shipping model. What is drop shipping? I'm glad you asked. This is what it is. Here's a perfect example. My very first sale, because see, I'm enrolled in the e-commerce academy, so I learned it here. My very first sale, I sold this bohemian ring set, y'all. It was $25. The customer purchased it, paid me $25, but guess what I didn't have? I didn't have a bohemian ring set sitting around my house. I have zero inventory, zero. But what do I have? A connection to a supplier. So I automatically, because we teach you how to set some things up automatically, connected to this supplier who then shipped the item to the customer. And guess how much it cost me? $5. So they paid me $25. I paid $5 for the item and shipping and then kept the difference. You don't have inventory, but you have a store that operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it's the drop shipping model. How do we teach you all of this? We have a very simple yet powerful system. You actually are going to enroll in a self-based learning platform. You're going to walk through some very simple, basic videos all the way up to mastery level. And you will have questions. And you bring those questions to our live educators. This is worth the price of entry. See, our live educators, what they'll do is they'll answer your questions. In addition to answering your questions, they actually train us live. In addition to training us live, you remember when I mentioned that proprietary software that we have? They will teach us how to use that software. Let me tell you, if you're thinking, I don't want to depend on software, I want to trade whenever I want to trade, you can actually learn how to do it on your own. They will teach you how to analyze the market. But if you don't have a lot of time and you just want to get trade signals, we have that for you as well through the software. I was on a live session earlier today with one of our master educators where he's doing a whole boot camp in one of our academies, starting from the beginning all the way through mastery. That's how powerful this platform is. And I get it. You are busy. You are squeezing this in between work, dinner, kids' homework, all kinds of stuff. We are busy. And I understand you are very busy. But do you know that if you can find 1 hour each day, this is a skill set that you can learn. You literally can learn how to make your money work for you. And you can learn how to get the internet working for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And you may say, listen, Demita, I don't have an hour. You got 30 minutes 3 times a week? Once again, it's a skill set you can learn. Everything that I have shared with you is how we, 1, teach you how to use money to grow money. 2, teach you how to use the internet to work for you. We literally show you how to make, manage, multiply, and diversify your income, your revenue, and build wealth. Now, we're an educational company. There's a cost of entry. It's literally less than grocery money. $235 gets you started tonight. We have our Platinum Forex Academy, our High Frequency Forex Academy, digital currency, or even e-commerce. You can enroll in either one of them for $235 and then $175 a month. But it gets better. Because see, what do you get access to for this? You're going to get access to everything that I just talked about. The Self-Paced Learning Academy, where you watch videos at your leisure at a time that works for you, flexible around your schedule. Access to our educators who are vetted by the company, who are going to show you how to read the markets, going to show you how to use that software, that you literally get licensed to use that software month to month as you continue your tuition and your subscription. Let me tell you why it gets even better, because currently, right now, we have a promotion. So that $235, that's not even what you have to pay. It's $209 to get started today. A little over $200, and you have access to everything that I have talked about in the academy, either one of them. Now, you may be like a lot of us, you may say, listen, I want to get my digital portfolio right. I understand that Bitcoin is happening and there's a sense of urgency around it. I get it. High frequency Forex, I want to learn how to snipe the markets too. And I still want to understand traditional Forex. I understand because I am you. I was the same way. It's not $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $900. It's not, but that's the value. Our Elite Academy, which is our 3-in-1 Academy package, gives you access to Platinum Forex, High Frequency Forex, and digital currency, all three, which is over a $900 value if you did them all individually. It gives you access to that, and it's only $100 more. But just like our other academies, right now, there's also a promotion for that. You can get enrolled in the Elite Academy, and it is $50 off right now. You guys, for the price of your monthly subscription for $275, you can get access to all three of our academies. Yeah, right. So this is what's amazing. Remember in the beginning, I said, wealthy people teach their children the difference between an asset and a liability. If I could only tell you the percentage that our digital currency, our digital currency portfolio is up this year, you would understand why I said this is an asset. It pays us every single month. Our e-commerce academy, $235 to enroll. Now, it gets even better. Because we're a digital education company, we have a scholarship just like every other educational company. Here, all you have to do is be a blessing to somebody just like someone's blessing you right now, the exact same way. Share this with 2 friends, 2 family members. Who do you know that they've been trying to figure it out since this pandemic launched? Who do you know who's been trying to figure out how do I stimulate my own economy where I don't have to wait for the government to do it for me? Who do you know that has figured out literally these jobs are not loyal and I need to do something else? Who do you know that is looking for something? Who do you know that you can actually bless? When you do that and you share this thing with 2 people you know, and they enroll because you referred them, you now have access to a free subscription. As long as those 2 people are active, as long as you have 2 active paying customers, you have a free subscription. Now, let me bring this home with my favorite part of this program. Why is it my favorite? Because this is the profit sharing portion of this program. I am unapologetically passionate about this part because if it wasn't for this, let me tell you, none of us would be here. If it wasn't for somebody who thought, listen, I want to really bless other people, I want to make this thing bigger. If it wasn't for them deciding to get in partnership with the company, I don't even know where my family would be. So I'm so grateful for this part. And I'm going to show you how you do this. Now, let me tell you this, though. This part's not for everybody. This is not for everybody. This is for the person I was talking about who says, listen, I don't leave no money on the table. This is for the person who says, listen, I get it. These jobs aren't loyal. This is for the person who says, I'm stimulating my economy in my house. It doesn't matter what happens in the entire US. In this house, we're going to learn how to stimulate our own economy. And for the person who says, listen, while we do it, we're going to bless some other families at the same time. This is how you share in profit with the company. Share it with 3 people. 1 more person. Have 3 really good quality conversations. When you share this with 3 people, what's going to happen now when they enroll because you referred them is you can now upgrade and become an IBO. When you upgrade, it's $16 and some change to do so, y'all. But that's when you give the company permission to share and profit with you. And it's powerful. See, I'm about to show you how to take this asset concept up to an exponential level because of this part right here. See, when you share this thing with 3 people, now you become an IBO. When you do that, you leave customer benefits aside. What does that mean? That means every single month I pay my subscription, every single month. But you know why it doesn't bother me? Because what I pay for this subscription is a single digit percentage versus what actually comes into my bank account every single month. And I'm about to show you how to make it powerful for you too. So with those three people, you are now earning residual income. Why is residual income so powerful? Because see, residual means it comes every single month. It's based off of work you've done in the past. I want you to think about actors that you know of. I want you to think about, singers. I want you to think about them. And I want you to think about, like, listen, one of my favorite movies, Coming to America. Every time it comes on, guess what? Eddie Murphy still gets a little paycheck because of that. Purple Rain, every time it comes on, Princess Estate still gets a little money from that. That's residual. That's residual. Except I'm not a singer. I'm not a rapper. I'm not an actor. This is how I earn residual from my estate. So when these three, you've shared it, you've upgraded, you are now earning $150 a month. Now, wait, stop, listen. This is what happens with a lot of people. They're like, $150 a month. I want you to think with your wealthy cap. This is what I want you to think about. See, we're part of a wealth community. And so a lot of us have had to learn to think wealthy. We got to learn to think different. And see, the wealthy minded person right now, instead of thinking $150 isn't enough, the wealthy minded person is thinking, I was going to do this anyway. And so you're trying to tell me I'm going to do it anyway. And that if I share it and bless some people, now I'm going to also get $150 of the money that I'm spending back. Hey, go ahead, give it to me. I'm good. Yes, that's what I'm telling you. And if you look at the second column from the right, now we get paid weekly, right? They take that monthly residual and they pay us weekly. So at this level of $150 a month, you're earning $37.50 every Friday. But guys, let me tell you, I told you I was going to show you how to make this thing a powerful asset. So it's putting money in your pocket and not taking money out. When we keep growing and we grow from 3 to 12, now, my friend, you will have hit the platinum level or the residual income level of platinum 600. This is where you're earning $600 a month. You guys, that's $150 every Friday. Now, I don't care which academy you do. It doesn't matter. You can do every single one of them and you still will have money left over residually. See, what's happening here is the company is taking care of your subscription fee. Yes, is the company is now giving you money to put in your pocket where you can use that to trade. The company is now giving you money to put in your cryptocurrency portfolio. Yes, the company is now giving you money for you to reinvest it back in your store. Now they're paying you and taking care of your subscription and more. I told you, assets all day. All right. And then it gets better because as we keep growing, now we're at that residual level where we're earning $1,000 every single month. You guys, that's $250 every single Friday. See, this is huge. You've given yourself a $12,000 raise. Big deal. And it keeps growing. Platinum $2,000 a month, $500 every single Friday, $24,000 raise in a 12-month period. Where did they do that at? Right? And it continues to grow. Platinum $5,000. That's a $5,000 raise you've given yourself every single month. That's $1,250 every Friday. Yes. Do you know that in the United States, the average family with 2 working adults do not earn $60,000 a month, but yet you can do it here and it still gets even better. Let me tell you why it gets better. Because see, every rank above that, chairman 10 and above, you are earning anywhere from 6 figures a year to 6 figures a month. Let me tell you what it looks like. Chairman 10, you're earning $10,000 every single month. You guys, that's $2,500 every Friday. Chairman 25 is $25,000 a month. That is $6,250 every Friday. Chairman 50, $50,000 a month. That is $12,500 every Friday. We got Chairman 100. Yes, every single one of those levels, add a comma and 3 zeros. And I know for some people, it's starting to get unbelievable. When you look at those weekly residuals, you get up to that $187,500 and you think, I cannot possibly believe that somebody is making money like that. But the reality is there are a lot of bodies making money like that. But this is what I want to tell you. If you cannot believe for $187,500, what can you believe for? Do you believe that you don't look at anybody else on here? It's just me and you having a conversation. Do you believe that you can earn $150 every Friday? Can you do that? Do you think with the right coaching and the right teaching and a coachable attitude that if you were able to do exactly what a mentor shared with you, those step-by-step instructions, in addition to what you're earning trading, in addition to what you're earning getting your cryptocurrency portfolio together, in addition to what you're earning getting your e-commerce store all straight, do you think that in addition to that, that you could earn $250 every Friday? Could you do that? Nobody else, it's just me and you. Can you do that? Do you think that you, in addition to everything else, that you could earn $500 every Friday? Why do I ask you that? Because see, it's a matter of what you believe is possible for you. That's what we want to help you do. All right. But listen, I have the honor and esteemed privilege and pleasure of having somebody on here who means a whole lot to me. Why do I say that? Because listen, this is the woman who shared this concept with me. This is the person who literally was so giving and has been a blessing to my family. And when we talk about chairman levels, this is powerful because she is a chairwoman in this concept. She has paved the way. She has walked the steps, and she has taken hundreds and thousands of us along on this journey and this ride with her. So if you could please unmute yourself, y'all, I want to introduce you to my coach and my mentor, the one and only Sakina Abdul-Jalil. Please, please, please share your testimony.
Thank you very, very much. Or like Jaqueline says, Sakina Abdul-Jabbar. That's an inside joke, y'all. Listen, I'm so happy to be a part of this concept. I am a 57-year-old mom and grandmother. I'm a mom of 5 and grandmother of 5. And when I saw this 3.5 years ago, I knew nothing about this. I wasn't even looking for Forex, to tell you the truth, but fortunately, it was looking for me because I got a phone call from some very dear friends of mine that I trusted, and they just simply asked me to take a look. And since taking a look, nothing has ever been the same. It's amazing to me that in my 50s, I actually know what these charts look like. I know how to take this phone of mine and go in there and make some money. I have a cryptocurrency portfolio now that I'm looking forward to being able to pass that along to my grandkids. You know, the residual income is incredible. And so it's just a blessing to not have to worry about retirement and things of that nature, things that other people my age are really worried about. But I really owe it all to this academy because they took somebody like me who knew nothing, and I just plugged into everything that they did. And now I know exactly what I'm doing, exactly where I'm going, and we're just looking forward to continuing to have much more success. So thank you so much, Demita, for having me on here. Thank you, I Am Mastery Academy.
And this is what's amazing, because she knows what she's doing. She's teaching a lot of us how to do the exact same thing. And that is why I am forever grateful. So let me tell you what's about to happen. This is what's about to happen. The person who invited you, they're about to give you a call. All right. And they're going to ask you a very simple question. They're going to say, listen, can you see yourself winning with me? If the answer is yes, let me be the very first person to welcome you to the team. If the answer is yes, but I have some questions, listen, I know I gave you more than enough to make a 3-digit decision. Either way, if you got some questions, we want to make sure you get them answered. And this is the other thing. If the answer is yes, but I just don't have the money, this is the question that I have for you. I want you to think about this, and I want you to hear my heart. Isn't this the last time that you want to be able to say that you don't have $200 or $300 to make a decision that could impact the rest of your life? Assets over liabilities. I know that I have found money for things that were definitely not assets. This is one of the best things that we have done for our family. So thank you for spending a little bit of your time with me. I appreciate you, and welcome to the team. Thank you guys so much. Good night, everybody.